Beat down.
Okay, we had the new parts come through from the factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of FP1.
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, I apologize for my voice. I am actually still sick, and last night I had a little bit of a loudmouth night, so I talked a lot, I yelled a little bit. So yeah, my voice is not going to be as good as it usually is. You guys can hear I'm talking a little bit softer. But yeah, we will get through this. Guys, it is time for the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheim Ring. I'm very excited for this Grand Prix. Hockenheim was never a track that I loved very much, but only in recent times I have grown very fond of this track, and I love to race at the Hockenheim Ring. You guys can see here on the performance charts, Ferrari are still ahead of Mercedes, but Mercedes have brought some upgrades to Germany, so they are a little bit closer to Ferrari. Haas and Renault are right there with each other, but at the moment Renault is the superior team. And then basically all the back marker cars are now within the midfield. Force India, McLaren, Sauber, and even Williams are striving to get together, so there is no longer back marker cars. We are all within the midfield, and I just can't seem to jump McLaren or Force India. As soon as I get close to them, they just bring more upgrades and they're ahead of me again. But slowly but surely we'll get there. Before we head into qualifying, let's just quickly look at the weather. We're going to have overcast qualify for most of the time, but a wet race completely through. So that's going to be very interesting. So let's head to qualifying.
Welcome to Germany for today's qualifying session at the famous Hockenheim Ring. The pit lane lights will turn green in the next minute or two to signify the start of qualifying. And I'm here, of course, with Anthony Davidson on what has turned out to be a very pleasant day indeed. No weather to interfere, no problems on the track, so absolutely no room for error.
That's right, Crofty. It's looking good out there at the moment. Each team will have their own game plan for this session, and of course, once the cars leave the garage, they'll be under parc fermé conditions. So any last-minute adjustments need to be done right here and now. Beyond that, it's all up to the driver. Who can keep their tyres in the right temperature? Who can hit their apexes? No race fuel on board these days, of course. These are the fastest cars we've had in a long time, and it's right here in qualifying where they're at their absolute peak. Let's get started.
So we're here in the pit box ready for the German Grand Prix qualifying. I quickly do my final tune setup, get the car ready to blast into oblivion for the race. I hope you guys are ready, because this is going to be a good one.
When you're ready, let's go.
So we head on here into qualifying. You guys see here the Hockenheim Ring is a really flowing track. There's not really a lot of low speed sections, except for the two hairpins, the one I just went through here in the stadium section, and at the end of the constant curving back straight. You guys by now know I love a race where there's a long straight, so there's high topping on the cars. It just makes overtaking so much fun. And with this going to be a wet race, there isn't going to be any DRS, so the rear wing will only be there for downforce sake, and you have to overtake with pure driving talent and just getting the best personal exit out of the corner before you head onto the straight. But quickly here onto this my last flying lap of my first set of tires. I don't better on my second flying lap, and I only stay within the first lap time. The ultra soft tire just fall off too quickly at this track, so I could do nothing about it.
We're third in the speed trap, 332.0 kilometers per hour.
So guys, just quickly to let you know about the tire strategy for this weekend. Well, with the slicks, we've got ultra softs, no super softs, softs and mediums. So there's a big jump between the ultra softs and the soft tires.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware we have a car leaving.
So let's quickly talk about that. If this was a dry race, how the strategy would have gone. As you guys just heard, we don't have a middle compound tire. Basically, the middle compound is already 2 compounds harder than the tire I have on the car at this stage, the ultra soft tire, the purple walled tire. The tire you usually have that is 1 compound harder than this is the red striped super soft tire. Now we don't have the super softs this weekend. The tires we have are the yellow marked soft tires and then the white marked medium tires. The medium tires are so durable on the track that you can basically go 3/4. If you really are good on your tires, you can go the full race just on a set of mediums. But like I said, the race is not going to be a dry race, it's going to be a wet race. But let's say, as you guys know by now, that the tires that the top 10 qualify on within qualifying 2 are the tires that they have to start the race on. So with qualifying 2, you've got the top 15 cars from number 1 to 10 that get through into quali 3. They have to start their race on the tire compound they went through on in qualifying 2, which would obviously be the ultra soft tires. So for everybody, when the race starts from 11th down, is going to start on the soft tires, blowing the strategy wide open, because the guys in front have tires that are immensely quick but that wear within 7 laps, and the guys at the back can go like almost 15 laps, or more like 20 laps on theirs. So it's quite an interesting strategy. But as you guys see here, we finish qualifying, and unfortunately I don't make it out of quali 1. This is a very big problem for me. I have to start making it out of quali 1 consistently. I'm 16th. But what I want to bring your guys' attention to is, well, first of all, my teammate is in P9. How on earth did he do that? And secondly, the guy that has been on a roll recently, well, in the entire season so far, Lewis Hamilton, the championship leader by so far at this stage, is out in quali 1. He starts behind me. This is going to make for such an interesting race. I hope you guys stay tuned. Hit the like so far, and let's go to the race.
There's nowhere at all I'd rather be today than here at Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. And judging by the sea of people filling the grandstands, there's a fair-sized chunk of Germany that agrees with me. It's 2.8 miles around the Hockenheim ring then, and some fairly wet conditions to overcome on this 17-corner circuit. The long, curved back straight leads into a tight hairpin for the best overtaking opportunity. But expect to see the cars running wide, as braking offline could prove very difficult indeed. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Let's talk about Mercedes. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen and Ocon, Hülkenberg, Perez, Magnussen and Carlos Sainz, Ericsson, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, O'Connor, Grosjean, Van Dorn, Lance Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin. Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty, and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Guys, just quickly on my strategy, the game wanted me to do a 2-stop. No way, Jose. 1 stop all the way. Let's go have some fun.
I'm celebrating in bubbles. You know I'm burning out 'cause I'm always getting in trouble. You know I'm burning out 'cause I'm always getting in bubbles. You know I'm burning out 'cause I'm always getting in trouble.
It's lights out, and away we go for the German Grand Prix. A very slippy German Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas had a brilliant start off of the line. He goes up the inside of Kimi Räikkönen, but pushes him wide. Vettel and the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo comes through. The two Ferraris made a little bit of contact. Vettel is slow out of the first corner. He is alongside the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo squeezes him up into the inside, which gives Vettel the chance to go up the inside of Valtteri Bottas, but he doesn't manage. He's behind Bottas for this back straight. This constant curving back straight. Let's go, Sebastian. It's your home Grand Prix. Let's take the lead for the German fans. Let's go, Sebastian. Let's go, Sebastian. He's up the inside of Valtteri Bottas. He gives him a little tap on the front wheel just to let him know he needs to give him the space. Vettel is up the inside. Is he going to get the drive to pass Valtteri? And yes, he is. Vettel is into the lead of the Grand Prix. Vettel has had a brilliant start, but his teammate Kimi Räikkönen is from pole position down to P4. Not the best start for the Flying Finn. Räikkönen's got a big drive ahead of him, but a person that has got an even bigger drive than Kimi Räikkönen is the championship leader Lewis Hamilton, who starts at the very, very back of the grid. I think Lewis is just going to take it slow and methodical and wait till the grid stretches out to start making positions. You guys see onto my POV, I jumped 3 cars into the first corner, the McLaren, my teammate, and the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson. Marcus Ericsson gave him more than enough space there. I don't know why he went so wide. I did not make contact with him. That's a promise. He just literally gave me the space and went off track, so I took the position with a big smile on my face. We're behind Carlos Sainz and Kevin Magnussen. We're going down this back straight. I bumped the car accidentally into standard but Rich at overtake. Let's go, little Toro Rosso. Let's take this position. We know they're going to stack each other up in this hairpin. We go onto the brakes of up the inside of the Renault and up the inside of Kevin Magnussen as well. Come on, Toro Rosso, get the drive, get the drive. This is for P9. Yes, and we're up the inside of the Haas. The two cars in front of me, Sergio Perez and Nico Hülkenberg, they go side by side into this right hand. Oh, and they hold each other up. I have to do a little bit of a braking sequence there. I'm up the inside of Sergio Perez, the Mexican, and Nico Hülkenberg just gives me more than enough space. My friend, I'm going to take that position with a smile. We're up into P7, not even heading into the third sector. We're only heading into the third sector now, into the stadium section, and I have already halved my positions. I started P14, we're into P7. Let's go, baby. Oh my word, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant start from our team. Ooh, a little bit of a four-wheel drift there from my side. I'm chasing after the Force India, the second Force India of Esteban Ocon ahead of me. Here we have the leaders, Sebastian Vettel from Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, Kimi Räikkönen, Max Verstappen, Esteban Ocon, myself in 7th, Nico Hülkenberg in 8th, Sergio Perez in 9th, and Carlos Sainz. No, Kevin Magnussen is in 10th. There we go here into this corner down. Ricciardo's in 3rd. You guys can see the number 3 on his car. He is in 3rd. But whoa! Whoa, Daniel is slow. Why is Daniel Ricciardo going so slowly? No, Daniel. Daniel, no. Don't pull up off the side of the track. Don't. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo's out of the Grand Prix. Oh, the Aussie man just can't get a break. We jump onto the POV of my teammate Pierre Gasly, who is fighting with the second Sauber of Charles Leclerc. He tries to move on the outside of the hairpin. Charles is giving him a very, very, very hard time. Let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, little Pierre. Come on, Pierre. Come on, Pierre. Get the move. Get the move. Oh, contact! Contact! There's a big crash in the background. Fernando Alonso hits the side of Charles Leclerc's Sauber. Oh, my word. Big crash at the start of this German Grand Prix. We're only on lap 2. Let's see what happens here with Fernando. He's just Charles was the entire road full, and Fernando hits the wall, breaks his right front wheel. There's nothing Fernando could have done about that. I'm sure he could have braked more, but he was would have like been into last place. Oh my word, poor Fernando Alonso. He was an innocent bystander. Let's see what happened here to Charles Leclerc. I don't know how his car was still running. Big shunt there from Pierre, and how did his wheel not break? Lucky duck. He's just one lucky duck. Let's see how it looks from Lewis Hamilton's POV. You guys will see there's the crash on his right hand side. He just moves past. I think he had a little bit of a heart attack there. I think that's not something you want to see at the start of a Grand Prix. We head here on to lap 3. Unfortunately, Charles Leclerc is going to be, I'm sure, dead last, because he has to go for a pit stop now on lap 3 to get a new front wing and a new set of tires. Oh, poor Charles Leclerc. This is a Grand Prix he's going to want to forget for very, very, very quickly. Oh, I have a big kick of oversteer out of that third corner. You guys can see I'm going for Esteban Ocon. I'm not letting this Force India get away from me. I know if I let him get away, I'm never going to see him again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm a little bit far behind. I don't think I'm... Whoa! I go for a major dive. I'm up the inside of the hairpin. I make little, almost nothing contact, but I'm up the inside of Esteban Ocon. I don't think he expected that at all. Look how far behind I am, guys. I just, as late as I possibly can onto the brakes, give him a little kiss on his right front tire, and I squeeze him out, and I make the move stick. A little bit dirty on my side, I have to be honest, but not warning or penalty dirty. That was just, I think Esteban Ocon had a heart attack, a big one, when he just saw me. I'm alongside him suddenly. We jump onto the same lap 3. Lewis Hamilton is starting to make his way through the field. He is up the inside of Sergei Sorokin in the Williams, but I'm sure Sergei is not just going to let that fly. Sergei slots in behind Lewis, takes the slipstream, and he pulls out just before the hairpin. Is Sergei Sorokin successfully going to defend from the 4-time world champion, well, 5-time world champion if you take in 2018? Let's go, and come on Sergei, defend, and Lewis has just got the superior car and engine. Oh man. But we head on to lap 4. Lewis is in P15. Let's see if he can make a move on Stoffel Van Dorn, the remaining McLaren in this Grand Prix. I'm sure Lewis wants to get past all these cars as quickly as possible. Lewis is up the outside of Stoffel. He's there alongside each other. Lewis has got the superior car. He's got the superior engine. This is going to be an easy move. Yep, he's just past Stoffel Van Dorn. There's nothing that Stoffel can do about it. Sorry, Stoffel. Yeah, unfortunately going to have to settle for this position and maybe fight another day. We go here on to lap 6. Lewis is in P14 behind my teammate Pierre Gasly, who caused a massive crash on lap 2. Shame on you, Pierre, shame. But that wasn't Pierre's fault. Charles Leclerc definitely had understeer. He just hit the side of Pierre, and Pierre he kept his line, and Charles spun himself and took out Fernando Alonso. We go here on Lewis is on the inside of the bend of Pierre Gasly, and Gasly, there's nothing my teammate can do. So Lewis has got the superior engine by far when it compares to our engine, and he's up the outside actually of Pierre Gasly. We head here onto the very next lap where Lewis is behind the Haas. I think this is Roman Grosjean. Yep, it's the number 8 car, Roman Grosjean. It's Haas Ferrari power versus Mercedes power. The Haas are running a Ferrari motor in the back of that car. Lewis goes on the outside of the bend for the inside of the hairpin, and there is the guy that I overtook on the first lap, Marcus Ericsson, but he's up the inside of Roman Grosjean, and Grosjean has no answer for Lewis. Lewis is past. Lewis is already up into P12, chasing after Marcus Ericsson very furiously. I think Lewis knew if he didn't do good in this race, his massive championship lead would crumble. He needed to get points for this Grand Prix. He goes on the outside of Marcus Ericsson, up the inside for the next corner. Is Marcus Ericsson just going to make it fly like that? I don't think so. Marcus Ericsson is a fighter from within. He's slotting behind the Merc, back out onto the inside for the hairpin. Marcus Ericsson is giving Lewis a very big fight. He's the only car that has given Lewis such a big fight to this stage as far. Well, Sergei Sorokin gave him a little bit of a fight as well. Come on, Marcus, give him, still stay there, my boy, stay there, my boy. He's still side by side with Lewis Hamilton. He's a little bit ahead, but Lewis gives him a little bit of a squeeze on the inside. Oh, there's a glitch. Oh, that piece of styrofoam is in the middle of the road. But in any case, Lewis passes Marcus Ericsson. A well fought from Marcus, nothing he could do. We head on to, what's this, lap 13. Lewis is already up into P9. He's still fighting. He's now on the back of my rival, Kevin Magnussen. What I can tell you guys, that the two Renaults pitted, so that's why Lewis was up so many positions. He goes up the inside of Kevin Magnussen, of K Magnussen. Ooh, K Mag has a little bit of a kick of oversteer there, but Lewis is up the inside. Easy overtake for Lewis. Now he's on the back of another Mercedes sister team, the Force India of Sergio Perez, that also have Mercedes motors in the back of their cars. Lewis goes for the move on the outside of the hairpin. Not the smartest way, I think, to go about it, but let's see what Lewis can do. Number 44 versus number 11. Come on, Sergio, defend from Lewis. Every move he makes, he's closer to me. And Lewis is up the outside of Sergio Perez. Nothing that Sergio could do about that. So let's quickly run through the grid order as we head on to lap 16. Sebastian Vettel is still leading the Grand Prix, flying the flag for Germany. Valtteri Bottas is in second, Kimi Räikkönen in third. The two Finns will be fighting for second. Max Verstappen is in fourth position, with myself in fifth, being definitely best of the rest. The guys in the front were bolting away. There was nothing I could do to catch them. I tried to be as quick as possible and as consistent as possible, but my race was going good. I had no complaints at this stage. Esteban Ocon is in sixth position, with Lewis Hamilton in seventh. Sergio Perez, the second Force India, is in 8th, and Kevin Magnussen in 9th. Unfortunately, I forgot to go onto the 10th car. We head here onto the next few laps, and Sebastian Vettel is heading into the pits. So, the leader of the Grand Prix is going into the pits. He's trying to stay ahead of the two other guys going onto fresher rubber. I'm certain this is the only stop of the race for him, unless it dries up, which I don't think it will. Vettel has a very, very good pit stop on the very same lap 17. I also am going to gonna come into the pits. Sorry, a little twist of the tongue there. I come into the pits. I also was only going for a one stop, as you guys know from my strategy. There was no way I was going to do a two-stop race. That would just be silly, especially on a short circuit like this. And I made my tires hold up very, very well. So a one-stop was the way to go. I go out of the pits, and we just behind Marcus Ericsson as we exit the pits on lap 18, and we are ahead of our previous rival, the second Haas car of Roman Grosjean. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant way to get out of the pits. I only have to pass Marcus Ericsson, which will not be the biggest of jobs. He is on worn rubber and I am on fresh rubber, so we'll see how that goes. But you guys can see here, it stays overcast. The sun didn't even peek out in at this time at any stage, so for me, I thought it was going to be wet till the end of the race. That was my pure intuition. We head here onto the next lap, at the end of lap 18, and Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Räikkönen, the two Finns, are coming into the pits, with Max Verstappen just a little bit behind them. Valtteri is into the pits. It's Ferrari mechanics versus Mercedes mechanics. Who's going to be quicker? Räikkönen gets held up by the Red Bull, and that means Valtteri still stays in front of him, and he has lost ground, but the Red Bull has made ground on the Ferrari. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting fight for second place. I can tell you guys that at least. We head here. Vettel has passed them by far. He is so far ahead, it's not even funny. We head here back onto Lewis Hamilton's POV. He's going for a move on one of the Renaults that pitted just a little bit earlier than the rest of us did. I think these Renaults are on a two-stop strategy. I don't know why. That's throwing away points. That's throwing away a very brilliant race strategy. And you guys can only see here at this stage, on I think it's lap 19, the sun started to shine a little bit through the clouds. But it was still raining, so the track wasn't drying up. We were just keeping it at a constant. So Lewis Hamilton is up the inside of Carlos Sainz. Nothing that poor Carlos could do about that. We go here onto lap 21. Lewis is in P7. The only car between him and myself is the Renault of Nico Hülkenberg. And even if Lewis didn't overtake him, which he is going to do now, Nico Hülkenberg would have gone into the pits within the next few laps, and Lewis would have been released to come and catch me. But Lewis is up the inside of Nico Hülkenberg. I'm not sure there's much that the Renault driver can do about this. Come on, Nico, come on, defend, please defend, oh boy, I've got a Mercedes coming up my gearbox. Oh man, we head on to lap 22, and Kimi Räikkönen has caught up to the back of Valtteri Bottas, and this is the battle for second position. There was nothing that could have been done to Sebastian Vettel. He was just out in front, driving the most perfect race I have seen in a while. Kimi goes for the move on the outside of Valtteri Bottas. This is for second place. Is this going to be a Ferrari 1-2 on the podium? Valtteri sticks it on the inside. He gets a better drop off of the corner, but Kimi has also got he's also got an excellent drop off of the corner. They go into this fast right-hander, and Kimi is ahead of the second Finn. The flying Finn Kimi Räikkönen makes the move on the second Finn Valtteri Bottas, and he's up into second place. We head on to lap 23, and as you guys can see here, Lewis Hamilton is on the gearbox of my Toro Rosso. Because it was lap 23 and I knew not him or I was going to go pit again, he was going to have to fight. I was not just going to give this position away like I usually do, because I was actually competitive in this race, and he would have to fight for it. He goes out the outside for the first attempted move on me. I give him a big squeeze and I just say there's no way you are going to pass me at this stage. You're gonna have to fight for it, Lewis. Bring it on. Bring it on. This is not just gonna be a simple I just wanna pass you. Nah. We head on to lap 27, and guys, I have a big moment. You look at me ahead. I'm just like, whoa, and a big kick of oversteer. Lewis had no answer for me. He didn't even try to make a move again on me. We head on to the final lap. The two Ferraris are gonna come through to win the German Grand Prix. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Kimi tried to catch Vettel, as you guys see. He's on the back of him, but he couldn't get anything done. Well done, Ferrari. And Valtteri Bottas is in third position.
You made it look easy. Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today? You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today? Appreciate your time.
Guys, what a German Grand Prix. Another P5 finish for Scuderia Toro Rosso and myself. I am stoked about this. I'm leading the rivalry against Pierre Gasly and slowly but surely catching Kevin Magnussen. We already achieved our contract goal, which we would only receive the resource points at the next Grand Prix. We needed to score 7 points and we walk away from the German Grand Prix with 10. Brilliant. I get a big rev boost from Toro Rosso. Things just felt awesome at this stage. And guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed it. We purchased an engine upgrade and we're just going strong, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ding the bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!